Hello, it's Harry Stachini from the AllMadeUp podcast. Just a quick one to let you know that we are doing our first ever live show on the 12th of March in Manchester on the very top floor of Face Bar. Tickets are on sale at this moment in time. They're £5. That's how cheap they are, right? But it's your chance to join us in the writer's room to help create the story like you've never heard before. You'll be giving us the opening line, the end line, the curveballs, and we'll be putting all of that together to give you the story. Best thing yet as well is Danny Davis is going to be our guest for the episode. He'll be joining us on the show. He's been on the podcast before. He's also the host of the very popular What's Happening podcast, so it'd be great to have him there. Tickets are £5. That's a pint, essentially. And all the money we make is going to go back into the podcast. So please get involved because we want to do more of these going forward. And we've sold a few tickets already, but 60 seats, that's what we've got, right? And if we can fill that, hopefully in 12 months' time, we can fill Wembley. I know you've got to have a dream, but you've got to start somewhere. So 12th of March, tickets on our link tree. Please get involved, and we will see you there.
It's all made up, baby.
Hello, and welcome to the All Made Up podcast with me, Harry Stachini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And no Ben Hart. The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create a story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up.
Oh, decent synchronicity then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
was
I
good.
like that. If we were divers, hitting the water at the same time, minimal splashage.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go like that when you said if we were divers. But no, going in the water at the same time, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Oh, right, as in like the signal.
Yeah,
You're
underwater,
okay?
yeah. But that makes total sense, but obviously the boat. As you can probably hear and see, Ben Hart is not with us today. It is
Still
Melissa.
alive.
He is, yeah, he is. We you know what, he might not be when this comes out, so.
Yeah. Well, we hope.
Yeah, we hope he is. We really do.
Well, he might not be alive because he didn't remember Melissa's birthday. Oh, sorry, Ben.
Yeah.
You told me to bring it up.
I didn't know. I said don't say
did.
it. I said don't say it. But Ben is with his girlfriend Melissa today. It's
Where have they gone for her birthday? Where did he say?
I can't remember. I think it was a restaurant.
Right, okay.
It was. I think he booked it on lastminute.com.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so's Ben.
But yeah, as I say, Ben isn't here. So if you missed the It's All Made Up and you were waiting it from him, you've got us instead.
you struggled, don't mind, mate.
Yeah, I did. I was like, one more time, Harry. The joke wasn't even worth it.
Yeah.
But we've got the fantastic Michael Mannion as the guest host for today. What are you laughing at?
You spoke how you're right then.
Yeah. Do you know, I've given up on spelling, and it's one of them where you sometimes you pick your battles, and yeah, spelling is not one which I'm ever going to win. So yeah, the grammar has won the war. So Michael Mannion is the guest host. That's what we've saying.
Yeah. He's not here at the moment, but he will be when our guest arrives. And our guest for today, we might as well say it now.
Yeah, we will. Is James Allen from Numero.
Number one. Nuno one.
Yeah. Should we do this again?
No, I like this. I think the imperfections are making it this time.
Well, from episode number one, James Allen, Fog on the Mind, and we are buzzing to have him back on the podcast.
Yeah, I think it's actually the second most watched podcast we've done behind Mickey Bartlett's.
Yeah.
Mickey Bartlett's was just like a freak of nature, that one. That just went wild.
Yeah, well, that either says that people watched the first episode and thought, that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any more. But James was great, and I think it'd be interesting to see how different the podcast has grown, having him on for the second time.
Yeah.
We've had him as a guest host, haven't we?
Fog on the Tyne, I think it was. It was set in Newcastle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a play on words, wasn't it?
Yeah, chip shop owner, something like that.
Yeah, Cecil Crisp.
Cecil Crisp, that's
Yeah,
it. Cecil Crisp, mate.
Who had... the story started with him eating an out-of-date meal deal, and then a few days later, he realised he could read people's minds.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. It was a good in that.
It was
very good.
funny.
So if you haven't watched or listened to that, enjoy.
Get on it. But yeah, we're buzzing to have him on. In terms of the weeks that we both had, it's been busy.
Yours has been very busy.
It has been.
Talk us through it, so go on. Give us the highlight. What was the highlight?
Right. Well, Wednesday last week, I was roped in to host the sketch show on ITV down in London. Right, went down to the Big Smoke.
What's the name of the show specifically?
I'm pretty sure it's called the Sketch Show on ITV.
Right. Okay.
Or stand up sketch show.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it's called. So I was down there at Up the Creek hosting that.
You'll not believe what's just happened. Then I was thinking, my thigh's sore, like burning sensation, and I check my phone, nothing. My torch has been burning into the inside of my leg.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry if I interrupt, but it was sore that. Go on, carry on. I was like, what's going on? I thought I was being stung or something.
That is hilarious. I've had the image of someone being tortured in a warehouse. Right? With an iPhone torch, just get it on him. Yeah. Where's the money? He's been there for like days. He's like, tell us and we'll put factor 15 on you. But I was hosting the sketch show, which was a lot of fun down at Up the Creek, which is a very famous club in London. It was in front of TV cameras, about 200 in. It was just
200 TV cameras.
Yeah, one audience.
360 degree.
My favourite bit was, right, so you'd have the audience were all like sat around. It's a great room for comedy, right? But to get shots of the crowd, right? So say if you're sat like the second row, there's a guy going around with like a steady cam, literally putting it inches away from your face while you're watching an act over here, and he's not being subtle. There was a girl who had the camera on her, and she was like this. And the guy's just still. I got on stage afterwards. I was like, "You were trying so hard to look normal, right? Because you would, wouldn't you? Just like, and he's not saying anything. He's not cueing you. He's just got the camera on you, capturing it as it happens. But
the glass pressing against your cheek.
Yeah. But after that, I had to get the National Express coach home.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever done that. It was 7 hours in total.
How much did it cost though? £8.
35 quid.
For the coach?
Yeah, it was cheaper to get the train down. 25 quid train, 35 quid coach.
When I've been getting megabus from London,
I was on National Express. I chose not to go on the megabus.
See, you should have got megabus, mate. £8.
Yeah, no, but National Express, I got told, was like quite premium. You know,
I mean, it's you.
Yeah, well, it's just, you know what I mean. I'm going on a coach. I sat like pretty much on the driver's lap, right? I thought I don't want to be near the paupers, and it stopped at Birmingham bus station at like 3 a.m, and a lad was arrested. So they were like, right, all the passengers on the coach over there might have to be getting on our coach now.
One of the passengers got arrested?
Yeah, not on our coach, on a different coach. But it was like 3 a.m. Everyone's just tired. And you're just like, whatever's going on, just like sort it out. But a bus was like in lockdown, essentially.
That's unreal, that.
I don't know what happened, but it turned out no passengers had to get on our bus, but it delayed us. So I got into Manchester coach station at like 6 a.m. So it was just a long day.
But who was it like? Talk to me. Did you meet any like ITV execs? Was there anybody who was like?
Yeah, lots of people with earpieces in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry's arrived. Okay, yeah, we'll show him upstairs. They had a little buffet out, you know what I mean?
What were we talking on the buffet?
We're talking muffins, we're talking fruit, we're talking snack-sized Twix. So
Right.
clearly not doing that well.
Yeah.
Snack size.
Yeah,
It was like a multi-bag.
No butties.
No butties. They didn't have any cups for
No cups
for like tea and coffee and that. Maybe they just been through them all. But they didn't have any. So they had a bag of water, like a 10-litre bag of water. So
bag of water.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah, leaking.
Goldfish in it.
Yeah.
That's your payment.
So yeah, if you want to see what the peak behind the TV looks like, it's bags of liquid and snacks.
When would it air? When would it actually?
I imagine, I don't know, the next 6 months. I might not even be in it.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, that.
You know what I mean? That's the reality. When you host it, it doesn't mean you get put in it.
Yeah.
And you know, if I do get put in it, well, I won't pay him more. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Next time I go to London, I'm not getting the National Express back.
Yeah.
But that was my Wednesday last week, and then this week I've got 7 gigs in 6 days, so it's a full on week.
Go on, tell us like how many mileage are we talking? Locations. We're going Torquay
tomorrow, Manchester, Torquay Wednesday, Warrington Thursday, Huddersfield Friday, Saturday 2 in Salford, 1 in Hull, and then next week I've got about 3, but it's all northwest based, which is good. But just a lot of driving, you know.
These are the hard yards. What you don't see. You know what I mean? When you're at home watching live at the Apollo or like people online on YouTube and you think, my God, these have got a good life. They don't see what you're putting in.
Exactly. They don't see it, but I tell you who does appreciate it. The 653 people that follow me on YouTube do. Right?
Yeah.
They send me messages going, "Oh, Harry, keep going. We need your content."
Yeah.
I'm really unhappy in life, and you cheer me up when I
How'd
watch
you
your
come
videos.
up? How'd you come up with your jokes? Lewis writes them.
But yeah, it's just the pains of stand up. You know, you've been a busy boy though.
Have I?
Yeah, you have. You have. You've been racking up miles on the road.
Oh yeah, I've got half marathon next month, Anta. So did a 20k yesterday. Did a park run on Saturday. But yeah, not that entertaining to be fair. My running schedule. You know what I mean?
I think there's people probably listening to this while they're running.
Hey, yeah, that's a point, isn't it?
You keep going.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
You listen. You run without music on, don't you?
Yeah, just my breath. Just breath work, man. Yeah. The only thing that keeps me going is the sound of my own lungs. But yeah, no, I do. I don't.
I love this one.
Yeah. Do you see me do that bit the other day on stage about people that, like I said, about boiling water plunging? You know,
Go on. Talk me through the bit.
I did the voice. I was taking the piss out of people that I do. Ice bath. I plunge, man. Plunge all the time. Pretty much a seal. You know, I'm in there, just strict fish, raw diet. You know, it's unreal. And it's like the idea of people going so far to be different. Of like, I do boiling water plunging.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. If you want to shed a new skin, do it. I mean, it's superb. I just love the idea of someone jumping into a vat of boiling liquid.
Yeah.
5 minutes in the morning.
Fucking hell, the boiling plunge. Yeah, I've been doing that years. Started doing chlorine, adding chlorine to it. Yeah. The peroxide plunge is absolutely out of this world.
Yeah, I've got no moisture in my eyes, but let me tell you, it is superb. And then, they get on a Brompton and ride away.
Yeah, bleach. Started getting on the bleach plunge. That's great. The bleach plunge is great. What other things could we plunge into?
Plutonium, It's called the Chernobyl plunge, okay? The main thing is you jump right into the reactor and you come out, you got no eyebrows, right? But my God, the hair feels good. We're talking absolute bollocks. But if you are plunging, let us know how it goes.
Let us know. Write in. If you're a plunger, let us know.
But yeah, I plunge, man. Watch out. But do you think we should get into this episode?
I reckon we get into it. I think that's been a nice little chat.
Oh yeah, I've enjoyed it. Stumbling over my words.
Yeah, missing Ben though.
We are. Yeah, it's a different energy when he's not here.
Yeah.
He's just, there's his cup. That's all we've got of him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even in shot. I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll dedicate this one to Ben, with him not being here. I bet that.
Yeah.
It's like I said, still alive, but...
Yeah, but Melissa might batter him, who knows?
There we go.
But Ben, this is for you. And this is going to be all made up with James Allen.
It's going to be all made up. James Allen. Enjoy.
It's all made up again. Yeah. It's all made up again. It's all made up again. It's all made up again.
And we're back, everybody, with the brilliant James Allen.
Right. Hang on, was he pretending to be me?
Oh, why?
Oh, right. Because he was sat here. And this
No,
is
no,
my seat.
And my companion.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome both.
Thanks for having me.
As you'll see, and as we mentioned in the intro, Ben's not here, so Michael subbed in. We'll just see how you get on. See how you're breathing.
I think
see
it'll be strong.
Fitness.
Yeah.
I do. I think.
Brought your shinies.
Yeah.
Wear your shin pads underneath though.
Don't tell people that I.
How does it feel being this side of the desk now, man?
Quite nice. I feel quite presidential.
Yeah.
In an IKEA sort of way.
Yeah, it's a flat pack dictatorship. That's what we're going for.
You just open instructions and get mad and then execute 50 people. That's
Yeah.
that's the vibe we go for. Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to have you this side of the desk. And James Allen, second time on the pod.
Yep. The return. I'm really nervous. I don't know.
Why are you nervous?
Difficult second album.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
That's
the first
exactly-
album was great.
This is my favorite worst nightmare, if you will.
Yeah.
That was actually quite well received.
Whose album was that?
Arctic Monkeys. I'm trying to think of a really
I was trying to think of-
awful second album.
What about
Well, there were.
Razor Lights one.
Razor Shite more
Yeah.
like?
Yeah, I like
I
that.
could be
Rubbish.
the Johnny Burrell of
No, I think you're gonna be good. Who had a good second stint football wise at a club? Lukaku, no.
Diego Forlan.
Yeah,
the Forlan.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sturridge.
Sturridge,
Yeah.
Studge,
Salah.
Yeah.
Griezmann.
Griezmann.
Loads of
Hello.
people.
All right.
Yeah. Building your confidence up here.
You know,
Legs have spread.
Injured first minute. Can't improvise. Sorry, lads.
no one likes to say it, but Mason Greenwood, you know. Them stats don't lie. And Sancho, he's doing all right as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's smashing it at Dortmund.
Oh, wow. Must be the air.
Yeah. Well, I hope he doesn't come back to Manchester personally.
Yes, well. Maybe
Go on, do a shout out to him
Yeah.
right now. If you're listening, Sancho.
Yeah, Jaden, right? You're not getting in the squad, right? Because you pissed off Ten Hag and you should have just kept it stum. Rat.
I love that when the sort of football YouTuber really goes in on. Do you hear that, Ward-Prowse? You shit. Yeah. And then they reply and go, "What was that, mate?" No.
Yeah.
It was all in vain. I was joking, mate. I was joking. Please.
But you have a football podcast, don't you?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Well, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't
Go
go
on.
on
So
that.
go on. Explain to us your podcast. It's the Culture Ultras podcast.
Moldovan stadium capacities. Okay, if you like that sort of thing, if you're thinking, I've always wondered what the capacity of Sheriff Tiraspol was, 15,000, 20,000 after the refurbishment at the end of the season, this is the podcast for you. Okay,
Nice.
for the men or women who've spent many 3 a.m. kitchen parties naming Wigan Athletic players from 2005, your Chimbondas,
Your Pascals.
your Pascals.
Yeah.
He's just took over Skelmersdale as the coach in like.
Yeah, got sent off as a manager, registered as a player, subbed himself on.
That was
Lovely
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Your Muzzy Is-Its. Yeah. Your Jason Kumasis. If you like that sort of thing, then we've got me and my friend Theon. We've got quite a couple of good guests. We've got some Serbian football journalists.
Serbian football journalists.
Yeah, talking
Obviously,
to
this is happening remotely.
Yeah, no, we've been to Belgrade times. It's killing me financially. We've interviewed a guy who works for Georgia, where else? Poland.
So it's strictly Eastern Europe that you're focusing on.
No, that's sort of Theon's remit. He's sort of been all over the world football-wise.
Oh, has he? Right.
Yeah. And I've gotten on. We've gone this week. It's a guy I know, Thomas, who's a Wrexham fan, New Zealand football fan. We've got a quite diverse mix. It's just celebrating all the kind of things that I enjoy, because I don't like, as I mentioned before, when people chat about football in a very like absolute like controversial.
Gabby Bonglahor.
Yeah. It's like Gary
He does. He says awful things on the radio and talks about Gabby Bonglahor, and it's just like
You hate him.
It's just like he won nothing, right? And you're giving grief to players. You're a bit like, mate, you're a jobbing pundit now.
Call him out.
I have. I think if you ring into TalkSport, you're a numpty. I think you are.
Deliberate contrarianism is what it is. It's just like I'm being the devil's advocate for money because I'm being backed by a gambling company. But if Bet365 do want to come in, let's talk.
Your pod does a lot on Twitter, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know if you remember Ian Wright in the big coat. That was us.
Yeah.
What?
There you go. Well, so that you tweeted that and it went mad.
There was a big Ian Wright in a coat, and then we sort of superimposed the coat to make it bigger, and then Gary Neville showed it to him on the overlap.
And Carragher went,
"All right, is that
yeah?
Who's in it with you?" That's what he said.
Yeah.
And
we didn't get
Didn't get a credit. Didn't get an hat
from Murdoch and the boys.
Good band though.
But yeah, it's not, and it's nice to do something that's. I don't know I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but
it's a bit niche.
Yeah, and there's no.
I think if
I
you
always
listen,
worry talking about football because I never played. I've always enjoyed watching all the nerdy kind of almanac stuff. I really enjoy.
Did you have
And it's
Sabutio?
nice that I can love Sabutio.
Yeah, you're a Sabutio guy. Yeah,
I had my own stands made out of cardboard.
yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I was only allowed to play it at Christmas because that was like the only time I could really get it out. But I had the one that was like it like stretched the pitch out, so it was like you know what I mean?
The arch, the scoreboard at the top.
Yeah. It's a bit shit when you play on your own. You know what I mean? It is. I had sisters. No one wants to play Sabutio with me.
Oh, I was from the Jamie Hutchinson school of playing on your own, where I'd make leagues and tournaments and
Narratives.
narratives in my own head, and
Would you win the tournament?
Always.
Really?
Always.
That says a lot about you.
Imagine
there,
if you
James.
weren't winning your own tournament, though.
To be, I used to. I saw me and a lad called Sam when we were kids used to play Champions League down the park. Right, person in goal, obviously person shooting. Right, and there's a group stage, round of 16, so and so, so and so, so and so, and Sam would always win the Champions League. Right, and I had the grace to knock myself out in the semis or lose in the finals because I was like, let's just make it a little bit interesting. But yeah, he would, like, his team would have like 20 shots and the opposition would have one. You've got to play as like two players, you know what I mean? You're dipping and diving, but yeah. I just think sometimes it's good to lose.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what my problem is. Because the minute I don't win, I go, I don't want to play anymore. Because I can't escape the past as well. I got my old Xbox 360 from my mum and dad's house and loaded up like FIFA 11.
All right, okay.
And what I used to do was I've discovered I used to sort of have an FA Cup, and then I'd sort of like choose a team, and I'd just sit there with a controller in the middle and just watch.
You just watch the
But
simulation.
and then I'd create my own tournaments. So I'd get like teams from the northwest would play each other, teams from the Midlands, the south, and then they'd win that cup,
The county cup.
and then they would go into a national. It was called the Cowpole Cup because I was just because I was obsessed with. I couldn't. How can I sponsor it?
Can
I was
you?
like,
Can
oh
you?
no, there was the Sennecock Cup, the Cowpole Cup, the Strepsil Shield. They weren't all named after AIDS for illnesses, but yeah, there was like the KFC trophy.
Could you just give us a little bit of a rendition of, right? Do you know when like Martin Tyler goes, and it's live?
Oh
right?
yes, yeah.
Can you give us that, but of the Cowpole Cup final?
Yeah. Well, these two teams have been battling out for the past 2 months, but now there's a score to be settled, and it's Mansfield versus Northampton, and it's live. And then I would sort of say, I can't think of like a Mansfield player. For example. Like Johnson's on the ball, passes to Smith. Ooh, that's a risk. I would do all of that.
Yeah.
Do all of that.
Did you have an audience, or was this just to yourself?
To myself.
Yeah.
To myself.
Full suit on.
No, that's the thing. I'm not a maniac, but I used to do the thing as well that my favourite thing. I hate it, but I love it at the same time. Is when, especially on like Sky, they'll go. They'll go to say like, oh well, it's ended in misery for Moyes' men, but it's Wolves 1, West Ham 0. Anyway, from West Ham to Westeros, the brand new series of Game of Thrones. It's like, it's beautiful, but at the same time, what a way to shoehorn in your other projects, you absolute swines.
Yeah.
How was you all on FIFA?
How?
As players, like decent? Where would you say? What game mode were you playing on? Semi-pro, amateur,
world class.
class, legendary?
I'm shit at it. I never play it.
Really?
Yeah.
I
always buy it.
I was at like high school and I went around I kind of got in with some sporty kids for like about 3 months. They're like, oh, let's try it, this nerd. And I was like, yeah, cool. and we were all playing and I couldn't work it out. And I didn't realise I had the ball and I ran it into my own net. And they were all just like, oh, and it was just like,
I told you shouldn't have given him a chance, Johnny. I told you shouldn't have let him in.
Sorry, nerd, you're going to have to go.
yeah, pretty much.
Actually, on a football pitch, though, you're decent. On a football pitch. On a real pitch.
mentioned this on
we
every
did
pod.
mention this. Everyone is genuinely surprised that I don't just crumble. And I'm actually quite persistent.
Tenacity.
In getting the ball back, yeah. We pumped it up the other day, the ball, a lot more, and I got a few goals. I was like, that's the answer. It's been flat all the other times, that's why I don't score.
But you've got that Park Ji-sung engine in you. It's just non-stop.
What players were we seeing on 2011, James?
You are seeing my dream team, and they're doing really well now. It was by Leverkusen.
Right.
I'm talking you, Stefan Kiesling. Oh, the things that I would love to ask him, honestly.
Get him. Have you got him on the pod?
I'd love to get him on.
Yeah.
Kiesling, was he a striker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved him. You had Tranquillo Bonetta on the left, Swiss midfielder.
Didn't they have Renato Augusto?
Renato Augusto. Arturo Vidal.
Wow.
All right.
Back in the day.
Yeah. But it'd be pre.
Was he a skinhead at that point?
Probably.
He just grew as a Mohawk, though.
I think like Sammy Hippier had his like final season
Sammy
there
Hippier?
at that point, before he then managed to maybe. Some decent players.
I used to hate Sammy Hippier, me.
You can tell that like it makes you feel old. Hereford are there.
Right.
And they're now Macclesfield,
Yeah, Macclesfield now are in.
Stockport. It's quite. It's like a. I can't believe it's like
In
13
counties.
years ago, and it's now like a relic of
I used to get all the FIFAs when I was a kid.
ravages
all
of
of them.
time. Or
What,
something.
at once?
Yeah. I want the newest one. But yeah, I used to love them, and I used to play manager mode all the time. And my thing was like, I'd always do I'd have like 3 seasons on the go. So I'd have like United, but it was always felt a bit easy because United were in like the pomp then. So I felt like so I always took like a Division 2 team or something, worked your way up. But as soon as I got to like Championship level, and there was like maybe a job going, you're like, yeah, I'm going to leave. You know what I mean? And then I would feel no affiliation to my new club and be like, why have you done this? And then have to go back to the auto save from like the day before and be like, you made the wrong decision. But yeah, I can't play FIFA now. I don't get into it.
No, I don't like the new one. My worry is as well as I always psych myself out of like, even though it is virtual and you are in control, I still feel an inordinate amount of pressure if I were to go to like Barcelona or Real Madrid immediately.
Yeah.
Despite the fact you can literally just pick them and you can. There's no need to worry.
Yeah, just that the Spanish media though, ruthless.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, especially in Madrid, they want results now,
They
and
do.
I don't feel like I'm ready for that. Oldham Athletic, there's a project there, there's a story,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
narrative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I look for that. I look for build them and then fall
The last FIFA I
and
had,
then quit.
you could do press conferences at the end, and you obviously they give you 3 options for an answer, and obviously that affects the morale of the team. And for a while, I was like really aware of being like, I'm going to be honest about the performance. Yeah, and like you'd see players' faces, like the numbers go down on the side when you're criticising.
Yeah.
them. But yeah, I was like, spade to spade. You played shit, mate.
Exactly, you've got to tell them. And also, so even though they don't exist, FIFA's like the perfect level for me. Like, people play Football Manager, I think, is a bit too like.
Yeah.
the
I used to love it.
intricacies of
It's
that
got
is, for
so
me, is like-
detailed now.
Yeah,
It's got
it's a
too
bit too
detailed.
much, innit?
I
Yeah.
went into a team talk with them before a cup final. We were up 2-0 at half time. Praised them, and the players went. The players didn't take kindly to your praise,
Lost.
and the morale lost, and we got beat 3-2.
Well, because you praised him for
Yeah,
being
at
2.
half time.
Wow.
Praised the striker, and he went. This has had a negative effect on him.
Was you praising
And
them
he
in the?
scored twice.
Yeah. Hey,
I think he
sometimes.
sabotaged the club, and then he moved the next season. But that's Football Manager's prerogative, not mine.
Some people though live and breathe that type of stuff.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I had to get rid of it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Football
yeah.
Manager.
Yeah.
Was you into that there?
Oh, well, 03.
yeah.
LMA
yeah.
Manager 03.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
Ferguson
gateway
would-
drug in.
Yeah.
Much like you doing a tournament, what I realised is that as you went through the seasons, it didn't save any of like the detailed information. So I would write it out in a notebook, like what I bought people for, what I sold
That's
them
so
for,
good.
their assists, passes, all this kind of shit. Took fucking ages. And then I was just on, I think I must have done about 20 years in it. Aston Villa were just the most unstoppable force. There wasn't a real player left in the game.
Right,
Everything
yeah.
was now simulated.
Yeah.
And then it came out on the fucking phone. Like I kind of got off that, and then I think it was like Football Manager 2011 or something that I got into, and that was another West Brom. Just were the most dominant force
Sticking
in
to the
Europe.
Midlands, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do actually have an affinity with both those
Yeah.
teams now. So I'm like, I would be Unai Emery, undoubtedly.
Yeah. Mannion's moved from Villa to the Black Country. His record with Villa was impressive. Let's
Yeah.
see what you can do with West Brom.
West
We're
Brom,
live
we
at
got
the
Neymar
Hawthorns.
on a free. Fucking nuts by the
How
time.
can,
Yeah,
how can
yeah.
you cope at the highest ground above sea level? You come here for the facts, and that's what you can expect on Cultures.
Yeah, that is a clip for your podcast in a nutshell.
I do apologise as well that now every podcast I've been on where people go, tell us about your podcast, and I say it is literally just naming random footballers. In the comments on YouTube, it's just people naming. So I do apologise if this episode goes out there and you get 40 people.
Mido.
Yeah. Eric Jemba.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
Pedersen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
do
that's
like
what
it.
they said. Bunch of Pedersens.
I'm feeling like today's story. I'm not don't want to lean it there, but I feel like it's going to be football related. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's going to be.
I was thinking I was trying to think what my favourite films are, and a lot of them are kind of cheesy sport.
Yeah.
You know,
Your Coach Carters. Your Mean Machines.
Coach Carter's, your Mean Machine.
Remember the Titans?
You remember the Titans. You're Any Given Sunday.
Your Mighty Ducks.
Your Mighty Ducks, your D2 Mighty Ducks, your D3 Mighty Ducks.
You
That
like-
was good. I mean,
you
the rest
like
of those
Mike's?
wasn't in it. You like Mike is my favourite one of all time.
Wow, you lit up then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate. Like Mike is
Any other sporty
Space
ones?
Jam,
Space Jam,
animation.
Miracle
what I mean?
on Ice.
America, it's got to be an American football
What's
one.
the- what's
Longest
the-
yard.
Any
Longest
Given
Yard.
Sunday.
Yeah.
The Game of Inches, the speech that Pacino gives. But yeah, I thought remember the Titans. What a film!
Blindside.
Yeah,
White Men Can't Jump.
White men can't
Love
jump.
the
Michael, you've got to weigh in with one.
I think you've kind of said a lot of them, and now
Damned United.
Damn it, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, mate, if you give a Brian
Go
Clough,
on.
pseudo Brian Clough.
give us
impression,
your Brian Clough going into the boardroom, and you've just been put in as Leeds manager after
So-
Don Revie.
the best scene in cinema history, and you can
Google
you can
that.
ask the Academy, and they'll point you in my direction. They'll say it's Michael Sheen in the Damn United 2009. There's a great bit where he gets made Leeds, and he makes all these decisions, and they bring him into the boardroom, and he goes, I've not done it anyway. He goes, bloody hell, it's like a bloody Undertaker's in here. And then, what? Have I lost my job or something like that? And they go, why did you say that all about Don Revie in the interview? He goes, well, I'm entitled to my opinion, and I'm entitled to mine. And I'm entitled to mine. I brought you in here because I thought you could do a job, etc., etc. And he goes in this big rant, he says, but... instead of putting frowns on your smiles and your brass fucking buttons on your blazers, yelled as a Leeds, it should put big white Colgate smiles in your mouths, because it means I won't eat and won't sleep until I've achieved what that man there's done and beaten it. Beaten it, so you never have to hear the name Don fucking Revie again.
It's
Very
good, that
good.
mate. I
So if
enjoyed
your
that.
name, okay, so if your name in the Yorkshire Ale Houses, you're just thinking jaws, or you're thinking mouths, it's Brian Clough. Brian Clough, Uber, fucking Alice. The best film.
Oh, mate, he's
In the
Brian
world.
Clough, just a colourful character. There is, just before we get into this, you must have seen, it's been circulating on social media where there's a pitch invasion, and Brian Clough, he's punching
Punching.
spectators, right? But he's dressed like a supply PE
Yeah,
t-shirt.
with a green jumper on.
Yeah, just twatting, and no one hits him. He's like playing a video game. Just keeps hitting everyone.
My uncle's mate threw a pie at him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got
Anfield,
told,
yeah.
again, sorry before we get into this, but I got told that Brian Clough used to do a trick where basically, say if he was signing Lewis, he would have announced it that he's bought him, and he wouldn't have done. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, well, I've got your name on a shirt, and there was a lad who United had signed. I can't remember his name. But the day before, he was wearing a Forest shirt, and he made him walk around the ground like this is the new signing. But yeah, a trick to just be like, well, you've got a sign now.
Speaking of football characters, like your Brian Cloughs, let's get into a character of our own now.
100%.
Did you like that segue?
Yeah.
That was almost as good as from Westeros.
Yeah. This is going to be all made up with James Allen.
It's all made up, baby.
So, James.
Yes.
Welcome once again to the All Made Up podcast
Thank
couch.
you, Lewis.
I will be going through the rules once again, although you've already done it. For the new listeners and viewers, you can just hear the rules again. So, in front of you, you have got 3 pots. One red, one green, one yellow. Green ones are going to open our story, red ones are going to close it, and the yellow ones are a few curveballs, swerve balls in between. But before we touch them, we're going to be creating a character.
Yeah,
So,
indeed.
what would you like your character's name for today to be, James?
Clement Panpipe.
Clement Panpipe. Okay.
Panpipe.
And how old's Clement?
26.
26.
Yep.
And whereabouts is he from?
Oh, God. Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
Right, so
How
we're
long have we done? So keep that up.
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
So he's
where
got like a-
people tend to talk a little bit like this.
Oh, right. Okay.
The South.
wasn't you doing that accent last week?
Yeah, did a bit. Yeah.
What was it for?
It was a joke about an American woman that I met on holiday.
Oh,
He
that
was
was
like,
it.
"You look like you're having a good time." You know, you can hear the oppression that's like from years ago in it.
Right, okay.
Maybe not. He's no.
No, let's go. Savannah,
yeah.
Georgia. I like that. So, how old did you say he was? 26.
26.
And what is he doing for a job?
He's a mechanic.
Mechanic, right? Okay. And who's he living with?
Lives with his dad,
His pa.
his pa.
Yeah,
Imagine that. Elizabeth's pa and ma.
Right,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Any brothers or sisters?
No, he's an only child.
Right,
That is
okay.
funny.
And is he still living at home?
He is still living at home. Yes. Yes. Wants to move out, but
Yeah.
can't.
I'd like my own place one day.
Yeah.
Can't sit on the porch with Ma and Pa all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear those chickens in the coop. And they keep me up all night. Where's he from?
Is it quite a remote area? He's living like one of them trailer.
No, I'd sort of say leafy suburban.
Oh, right. Okay, I had fields in me, had me.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort
I
of.
saw crops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, maybe crops. We'll go.
Yeah, I'm thinking
So-
he's got a chicken coop. There might be some crops.
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
Mel Gibson? Have you ever seen Signs?
Yeah.
I've got the house in
it's
Signs.
signs.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
signs.
So, like, big cornfields.
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
As a scared young teenager.
So he's a mechanic. Does he want to be a mechanic or does he have a dream?
No, he has a dream.
And what is the dream?
To build a baseball field.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams, if you don't know, everybody.
You just didn't feel the dreams, Jay. Rumble that. He wants to be a sports person. Wants to be an athlete.
Any,
Oh,
All right.
any particular sport?
Yes. I don't know if you're aware. Do you know what cornhole is?
Oh, I have heard of this. The bag throwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, no, so go on, explain to us what cornhole is.
Cornhole.
That sounds like a porn search. It does. Like
Yeah.
cornhole XXX.
Oh, I'm in a deep cornhole on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You just
awful.
yeah.
Oh God.
No,
They televise it. On
Do
the
they?
on ESPN? Yeah.
But what's the sport though?
ESPN.
Talk me through the sport.
Sorry. It's you have 3 weighted bean bags,
Right.
small bean bags, and you have to throw them as close to the hole as you can. Your opponent can
Sweet.
knock them out the way, but your objective is to get all of them into the hole.
I've done that
Yeah.
in sports day when I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
year
they love
5.
it. A
So-
village fete, it goes mad for cornhole.
That is
Yeah.
mad.
So the hole is in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
You play a
right.
game in England called shoehorn. I don't know if you're aware of that, where you have a bit metal pole in the ground and you throw shoehorns and you have to.
It links
Yeah, yeah.
around it.
Yeah.
So it's the equivalent of that, but you've got a hole in the floor. You're throwing beanbags into it.
It's on like a raised ramp. It's
Right.
like a raised ramp of a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got someone guarding it.
No,
No.
there's just you and the ramp at the one end, and you just.
What's the distance between you and it?
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably say maybe
80 yards. you have to
Yeah.
launch it,
probably about
quarterback style.
5 to 10 yards.
All right, okay.
And he wants to be like the athlete of this sport. He
Yeah,
wants to be
it's what everyone in the town does.
right.
It's what everyone
Okay.
in the town- You know, like I don't see like Friday Night Lights, something like that. You know, every Sunday the town gathers round and they all. There's 3 things I believe in: barbecue, church, and football. Well, the cornhole, mate.
Right.
It is taking the state of George by storm.
Right.
They're
Okay.
all on it. They're all on
Yeah.
it. There's people protesting, saying it's the devil's sport.
Okay.
Right. All right. So it's got like people who don't like it,
Yeah,
as in
Yeah,
like
but-
protesting it.
yeah, but it is
People with
popular.
wheat
It is
intolerant.
popular. They're gonna televise it.
Right. First time being televised.
Yeah.
And that's why he wants to.
Yeah, he wants to. He says it's this wilted flowers ticket out of here. That's what he says to himself.
You know what I like the idea of just taking it down that sort of dodgeball route, and there's like a regional qualifying match, and he has to sort of compete against the people like the next neighbouring sort of properties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Maybe we work towards something like that. Why? So does he do this like weekly? Does he play by himself? Does he play with anybody?
No, yeah, he has to play in secret.
He has to play in secret. His parents not happy.
His dad. His dad used to be quite he was a champion back in the day.
All right.
During a final, the yips. in
Oh,
darts
yeah,
where
like
you
the
can't throw the dart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went with the beanbag
Right. Okay.
and broke his wrist.
All right.
Right. So it's
And,
just sore topic. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't. He was in the final, and
He couldn't toss.
no son of mine is going to be a cornhole player in this house.
Too dangerous.
It's far too dangerous.
Right.
Far too dangerous. And that hand, and also his father probably grew up, I don't know, it was sort of south in the 40s. They couldn't straighten his hand. His hand is wizened.
It's still the after effects of the Great Depression, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You know,
and that was greater due to the hand. So he
Go on, Michael.
wants his son to be as laborious as possible.
And does the dad now? Do they grow corn on the farm? Is that where is he like corns for farming now? I don't know why he's from Bristol, but
I enjoyed it though.
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. They grow.
Okay, and
They
has he got a partner? Is he loved up or?
As a side note, I'd love to. I grew my own corn last year.
All right, go on.
Yeah, harder than you think.
How many corns?
I got about 4 husks.
All right.
Elon husks, and they tasted horrible.
Really?
Yeah, they were like only one was like yellow. The rest were quite milky and white,
right.
and that's a sign that moles have been at them. So,
Moles?
Yeah, we had a mole. A mole.
Someone infiltrated.
Someone
your
infiltrated.
corn. Yeah. Right. He's gonna try and cook us. Let's fuck it up.
No, but that, you know what?
Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So
No, I think that all feeds in, right. So at the moment, we've got Ma and Pa and son, who was what's his name again? Panpipe.
Clement Panpipe.
Right. So we've got Clement, Ma and Pa, right, living on ultimately.
Ma can't farm.
Won't farm.
Ironically, she won't farm. She's allergic to maize.
Wow.
The
Right.
key ingredient in corn. Much like my father in real life. I don't know if you've ever ventured to Brimsage maze. It's a maze made out of maize.
Right.
He took my
That's
dad,
amazing.
and he didn't know he was allergic. But by the time he exited the maze, his face had ballooned.
Wow.
And he couldn't. We had to wait an hour for the
swelling to
steroid
go.
cream.
Steroid cream.
And
Wow.
he had to wait an hour before he could drive us home. And I mean, what a life! What that there's your What's-It's gone, your Monster Munch gone.
Oh, mate.
So you'd have a packet of What's-It's in his head would
Grow.
Wow.
In the sheer presence of maize.
Right.
So yeah,
What I was saying was, so you've got your Ma and your Pa,
yeah,
and you've got Clement, right?
yeah.
So I'm thinking they're living on a ranch, as it were. They've got crops and things like that. What are you giggling at?
It's so true. It's just the fact that the whole mole thing surprised us so much. We both said it in perfect unison, and I did the whole time thinking, I wonder what that sounded like to you, because you were just like moles from both ears. Sorry, I'm gonna bin it intermittently thinking about that, but it's okay. You keep going.
My Pa, Clement, on a ranch. Obviously, Clement wants to be a cornhole national champion on the TV. Father got the yips when he was younger playing cornhole, so he's not happy about his son playing it.
No.
Son has to play it in secret.
Yeah.
And it's because is it because he's scared of his son getting the yips and sort of losing? So, or is it like, I was a champion when I was younger, I don't want him to have as much success as what I did, and have that jealousy element.
I think he doesn't see the longevity in it. He's like, corn, you're gonna have a farm for life. But
this is where I think the conflict comes in. This yield, when they've gone to get the corn,
That's good.
they were like James's. They were all milky. Right. No money to be made. Cornhole championships, what's the prize? What's the fee?
New farm.
What are you winning?
I don't know if you want to pitch this to Paramount, but yeah, this is great so far. So you're winning $250,000. Also, like I say, when he lost the dad at that time, it was just a little bit of a pastime, bit of a
amateur.
Yeah, sort of like I don't know. Do you remember a TV show in the 70s called Indoor League? Indoor League, and it was kind of like pub sports that were televised.
Right. Okay.
So you'd have like darts. Well, obviously darts is massive now. Snooker's massive, but those sort of sports that were
in their infancy.
Yeah, this is due to modern technology and television and the vastness of America.
It's had Saudi investment.
It's It's had big investment.
Well, I was going to say, like, is there something in whoever's handing out that prize? Maybe that's like his dad's rival or something, because someone had to win.
His dad's rival, who is a property developer.
Yeah,
who was looking to get rid of the house.
And I like the idea of that. And what can we just put a name on this person just so? Because in my head I've got like Vince McMahon,
Yes.
like as the look, or is it like a Ric Flair type
no,
character?
no, you'd be right. What's like a kind of good southern name?
Something Pennyweather.
Yeah,
What if it's like
that's the vibe.
Longinus.
Longinus.
Yeah, is that
I was thinking something like, what do you know? People in the south, some of them are called Happy. You know what I mean?
Happy?
Happy,
Yeah.
Bobby,
Bob, yeah.
Jimmy,
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray,
Yes.
Billy Ray,
Yeah.
Pennyfeather.
Billy Ray Pennyfeather, BRP.
Right, okay. And
BRP, baby.
and what you're saying is
Yes.
it's back in the day when his dad. yeah. Back in the day when he used to play against Billy Ray, that was like his nemesis, and now Billy Ray
Yeah.
is
Billy Ray Construction.
yeah.
Hooey.
Yeah.
And he wants
he's
to-
on he's on the TV, he's on the adverts. Get him off there. And
Yeah.
he's doing the kind of,
See this field? We put about 1,000 houses in there. You bought one. Billy Ray Construction. Woo.
yeah.
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 Right, okay.
If you got the pennies, we got the feathers. But, something like that.
I reckon we get into it then. We sort of know
Yeah.
we know where we're going with it. Right, so if you pick up one of the green ones, James,
Green ones.
and where there is a blank, you are going to say Clement.
Clement was convinced that love was never meant for them.
Clement was
Oh,
convinced
this is
that
great.
convinced that because you said he's single at the moment,
Yeah.
on the lookout, and we're going to find out where it finishes, James. So if you pick up one of the red ones, and this is where the story is going to end.
The getaway car burst into flames.
Right, okay. The getaway car burst into flames.
Could,
Right.
if we're building towards this final, maybe it could be that goes seriously like off the rails at the end, and he has to make a quick getaway. It could be his car, could be someone else's car. I'm just saying,
Right, well, let's work towards it.
yeah.
Let's work towards it before going to end straight away. Right, so...
It's all made up with James Allen.
Right, okay. So he thought that love was never meant for him. So what are we thinking relationship-wise? What's the reason why he's thinking that at the moment? Has he been on a date? Is he on Tinder?
No, because I'm setting this sort of like
I've got an idea.
80s, 90s.
Right, okay.
I've got an idea.
Go for it.
Okay, here's my idea. Let's say the dad is aware that his farm is crumbling, right?
Yeah.
And a bit like a medieval lord, he is trying to matchmake his son with another farm that is doing better. And it's like, if we marry into this family, So, but Clement is like, she's not for me. And equally, he doesn't want to express it. His real love is actually cornhole.
Or Clement starts speaking to someone who doesn't have the same surname as Pennyfeather, but is like the bastard daughter of him.
All right, okay.
And then what happens there?
But what I would say is that we've got to, because the start is, he felt that love was never meant for him. So that means that he's been on previous dates, he's had previous experiences with women, and it's not worked. Why?
Because he's too competitive.
Right, okay.
All you do is cornhole.
Yeah.
He's got a double life, remember?
Yeah.
Have you ever sort of like,
You're out in them fields.
I've known men, and even I sometimes, not so much now. I'm quite humbled by my fiance, which is very good because I'm shit at most things.
Yeah.
But like, Jen, yeah. So we went bowling last week, and I cheered when I got free, but I went over the top and did. I know. Is it Pete? Are you aware of Pete Weber?
No, is he a bowling man?
He's the viral bowling clip of when he bowls the strike and he goes, "Yeah, who do you think you are? I am."
All right. Wow.
Men quite get a bit competitive things like that.
Yeah.
I think when they're on dates,
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, it's a bit of a flex, isn't it? It's like,
I'm shite at bowling.
yeah,
It's a very cringe-heavy date, I think.
Yeah,
bowling.
it's it's not good.
Yeah.
I think if you're in an established relationship, it's a bit of fun,
Yeah.
but it's not great as a first. There's
No.
all that.
Putting the gates
You
up.
got to put
Yeah.
the shoes on.
Yeah.
Are you a slide person? Do you have the barrier up?
Yeah, it's just
Are you paying over £6.50? I had a pint in a bowling alley once on my own.
Right, okay.
That is,
you felt on top of the world.
oh
After
mate,
three.
you take a stock check very quickly about your own life.
Yeah.
Were you wearing the shoes?
Zero head.
Yes. Once you've paid £7 for a Budweiser, yeah, and all you can hear is the sort of the noises of the fruit machine.
Yeah.
you start to ponder where it all went wrong. Anyway, Clement.
No, I'm interested in it. But what would you say the cringy moments are of going on bowling for a first date? Like, why is it cringy?
Oh, well, first of all, not hitting any fucking pins.
Right.
You know, it's literally like...
So you're not going barriers up?
No, you're not. Because you're
No,
not
you can't.
You're
You
looking
can't.
at her bits.
That's illegal. Like, it's kind of like... you know, why is James Bond attractive? Because he's so good at so many things, and you can't even knock over some fucking Skittles 10 meters away. Also, the booths are always like U-shaped, and there's a family opposite you having this fucking date, watching you both try and make idle chat, and you only get about 20-30 seconds of chat before they're up.
Yeah.
You kind of
That's a good
fixate
point,
on trying to just do
That's
it,
it,
and then you miss each other in conversation.
What's your favourite film? I'll be back.
What would you do if you was on a
Now
date?
watch this drive.
You do that thing of like awkwardly looking and going, is that spare? Is that, oh, here we go. And it's that really long graphic that takes about 30 seconds.
Oh, it's
Someone,
so long.
convoluted.
It's so long.
bowling pins dressed as gunslingers in the Wild West.
Would it put you
Spare?
off?
Cool.
Would it put you off if you went bowling and on your date, like you just done your bowl, you got like an 8, and then the girl went, oh, right, my turn, and then she pulled out a bowling glove and sort of like fastened it up and velcroed it. Would that impress you, or would it hint like? Would you think that's a bit too much?
I think
she brought her own shoes.
Yeah.
All of that turns me on. I don't know if that's what you got.
I like the sort of
Wearing like a stripe.
patronage of that era.
Yeah.
Of like there's never sort of I do own a couple of vintage bowler shirts.
All right. Okay.
I've not got my own ball and I don't have my own shoes, but everything about it seems quite. There's an element of like coolness about it.
What?
Not so much turning up to a sort of leisure centre in
Roxy Ballroom.
Yeah.
You go Roxy Ballroom.
Yeah, that's sexy. That's not Mega Bowl in Ellesmere Port.
Yeah. If I saw a girl do that with the glove on, I would think you best be good. Because if she was shit, if she was really shit, I would address it. Because if someone's good at something, I'd be like, oh, you're really good.
Yeah.
I went on a date playing pool one time, right? And
They
they
get hustled.
no, they made it out there. They said, oh, I'm like really good at pool. And then I'm not great at pool. And then I was playing and I was like, I'll beat you 3 times. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I was, and it's not like I showed up in a waistcoat, but I was definitely, I was doing me bit. Yeah, just give us a set, love. Yeah. Building it like a rifle.
Can we get some silence in here, please?
Yeah. Every time I potty, want to put a glove on to get it out again.
Yeah.
But
We're playing pool. You don't do that.
yeah. But yeah, bowling as a date is shit. It is.
Yeah. It's like cinema on the first date, isn't it? You're never going to get to talk.
Just go for drinks.
Yeah.
You can have one.
Yeah.
If they're shit, you leave.
Yeah.
The person or the drinks?
Mate, my thing is, if I was on a date and it was a bit dry, I'd be like, what are you doing after this? And if they say that, I'd say, I'm probably going to finish this drink and then I'm going to go. But it's been really nice to meet you. And then it's like, I'm looking at that, I'm like, there's 10
How
minutes
do
left
you
on
do that?
Yeah. We've got like 3 frames left, Harry.
No, if you're having a drink, that's what, I don't think that's being rude. It's just like,
Oh, no. Yeah, but he was looping back to the...
To the bowling.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd stay.
I'm finishing it.
I'd
It's
go,
a 7
you
quid
go.
Budweiser.
I'm going to get my money's worth here. Let's see if I can get a strike.
Where were we? We were saying.
Sorry, yeah. So he's too competitive. Like he kind of...
Yeah.
He goes on dates, but when he takes them out, he's too competitive.
Yeah, you know like how... Yeah, you know like some you can't marry... It'd be difficult to like marry into that, I think. You know how like a lot of women who like sacrifice their careers to be extensions of the husband's career.
Yeah.
I think he's just very tunnel visioned on that.
Yeah.
And I think anything would be deemed like a distraction to him.
Right.
He's always talking about cornhole because he can't talk about it at home. So it's sort of like when he's on these dates, he just talks and talks about cornhole.
You keep talking about...
He's got like a beanbag. He just has in his hand like that all the time, like a Rubik's Cube.
What are you doing there, Clement?
Yeah.
Nothing, pa. Puts it back.
Goes to the bathroom.
It was it was an oily rag.
Yeah.
He knows.
What's going on in there? He's thinking he's like tugging one, and he's just he's
Just
playing cornhole.
He's just tossing the bean.
Silently celebrate.
Yeah. He's thrown it into the bog. Yeah. He's all right. Fuck it, it's heavy. Heavy splash, that.
So the girls in the past have just been like, your priority is cornhole.
Yeah.
You keep playing cornhole all night.
How a lady like me ever meant to settle down with a man like you?
Yeah,
They all don't sound like that, but
Yeah.
predominantly I've never been to Savannah, but
No, but I like that. Right, so we've established that he goes on dates, he's talking about cornhole too much, very competitive because he can't do it at home, yeah? So I reckon that we have like our regional qualifier for the World Championship, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be in Georgia. Is it like at the town hall? Is it at like a church? Is it...
much like Prohibition and Footloose, it's outlawed.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, so it's played like
It's
underground.
underground.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
How's he got the invite? Has he been like, at the
I think-
like, did they talk about...
Maybe he's fixing a car in the garage one day.
Yeah.
yeah, he's a
And
mechanic,
a guy comes in and he goes, "Hey, Clem, you heard about the cornhole competition going on tonight?" And he's like, "Where?" And he says, "It's in the derelict school."
Yeah.
And then they go to the derelict school.
Right, okay. So they go there, right? How many people are in the first round qualifier?
Sorry, I've been press F5 there. Sorry, refresh. I think there'd probably be maybe about 4.
4 in the qualifier.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Let's get a look at what do you reckon they're looking like, people who are playing cornhole here.
I reckon all white. That's what I reckon. I don't think it's a very diverse competition.
I don't know.
This is 80s, 90s, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Savannah.
even whiter.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not helped our diversity.
Sorry, apologies.
No, but this is just
Generic South.
Yeah,
it's going to get, it's World Championship, isn't it? So I imagine this is just the regional
some
heat.
mullets, ripped denim.
I imagine what I like from like neon signs that say "Cause Light."
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's in a derelict school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But they've still got it.
I reckon as you walk in, it's got the same atmosphere as like the first time we see the bar in Roadhouse.
Oh,
Right, you know what I mean?
exactly
There's
that.
like a band behind chicken wire
She's
playing.
my cherry pie.
Yeah. And they all walk in, and it's just like real hard men, looking at everybody, like, scoping it out. He
Password.
yeah,
He just goes.
Yeah.
Get in.
yeah.
yeah, just lovely glasses.
Yeah.
And right, is there a woman playing in this qualifier? A woman who he might be like, oh, she likes cornhole as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Maybe there's a relationship angle there or not.
Yes, there is.
I don't think there's a girl playing in it. I think there's a girl there watching it, and she kind of catches his eye, he catches her eye.
Yes.
And there's that like he wins, and she's like, "My God, you are mighty good at throwing that cornhole."
He's sort of in the zone, and he spots her, and he launches one, and it fucking lands in the rafters.
Right,
I thought you were
okay.
going to say something else then. Yeah. Right in her box.
No. That's crass.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. No one wanted to say it.
I like that. Right, okay.
All made up in your mind, son.
That's
joking.
crass. No, go on.
Yeah, maybe he's like. Maybe, yeah. Like he locks eyes with her just as he's about to. And he kind of goes, "Whoa!" And like there's a comical moment there where it sort of doesn't go how he wants it to, but he regains his composure and he's into the final.
Okay.
But he's kind of like, "Oh, I can't get my eyes off of her,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's just sat there like,
It's just too good to be true.
"It's just too good to be true." Yeah,
Can't take my eyes off of you.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good stuff. I love that sort of thing. That's great. So yeah, he beats the first guy, and then they do that thing in all 80s movies where like they do the montage of him beating him and they take the name off and then they put.
Yeah, but there's only 4 people playing.
Did scrap that. Yeah,
I like that image of it just being like, yeah. And then that
Yeah,
one,
there you
just dead shot.
And then he's in the final, demolishes him,
Yeah.
but he can't get
Woman.
her out of her head.
Does he go outside for a cigarette?
Oh, that's a good yeah.
Right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
let's role play that.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
great role. Right, so
Okay.
you're gonna play Clement, and you're gonna play You're going to
What's
play the
the
barmaid.
what's the girl called?
We're going to find out.
Right.
You're going to
Big
create
titty
him.
barmaid.
Right. Okay. So and scene.
So you're having I'm walking out. Yeah. I walk out. That's what I think happens. Yeah. Well. If it isn't the man himself.
I thought
You got to be on mic. Make sure you're on mic.
Sorry.
Right. I'm going to say action. Okay.
Okay.
Action.
Well. Well, if it isn't the man himself.
I thought I heard a pretty voice, but I didn't know how pretty you would be.
Can I just say, cowboy, you throw mighty fine.
I'm no Walker, Texas Ranger, but I sure am he's a famous cowboy.
John Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd consider myself more of a John Wayne.
Well, might I add?
Sorry. My first time doing this.
You have to be one of the finest cornhole throwing players I have ever seen in my life, and I think you're mighty handsome.
Well, ain't you just a good old slice of pumpkin pie? Like a porn film, this. Sorry.
No, it's going well.
Yeah.
You got to ask me my name.
What's your name?
My name is Summer.
Hey
Because
there.
I'm mighty bright.
Like the season.
Exactly.
I prefer fall.
Well, aren't you cryptic?
I reckon. Right. What she's edging towards. The next match, the sort of like the next round is set whereabouts in the States.
Kansas.
No, I reckon somewhere more.
Where do you reckon?
Yeah, I'll give Kansas. Is it near?
Well, this is the thing. I think it's somewhere.
Midwest.
I think it's somewhere that she's never been. So
Louisiana.
Or Minnesota.
Where's that?
Minnesota.
Isn't that incredibly
Fargo.
cold?
Oh, yeah.
Is it the north?
Yes.
No, but I think the thing is it's like I think the angle that we build is it's like, is she actually into him,
Or is she after the money?
or is she after the money, or is she wanting to travel? And obviously, it'd be an impossibility for her to travel.
It'd be great if you could take me out of this dusty little shithole.
And Clement is a bit infatuated with her,
And if
as
you
we
want,
found
you can
out.
take me up my dusty little shithole.
Yeah,
I think she's pure filth.
I think she is.
Yeah.
And how does Clement react to that?
Oh,
Come on.
spellbound. Say the line again. Sorry, say that.
I would love to get out of this dusty little shithole. And if you like, you can take me up my dusty little shithole.
I'm going to ignore that latter part, but me and you both. Hey, maybe one day we might just get out of here.
And then the competition's where? Where's the next city? Where are you going to tell me?
I'm in Kansas next week.
Kansas.
I might see you around.
I would like that very much. I have a truck. We could drive together.
Okay. Sorry, though, I feel like you asked genuinely asking me out. Sorry. Sure thing. Do you know where I live?
No, whereabouts?
I live on the ranch on Peach Street. Georgia, famed for its peaches.
Right,
Thank you very much.
okay.
And the invention of Coca-Cola. You got to be careful though, because how long's this cigarette? Sorry. You got to be careful though, because my pa, he don't like me going out at night. And I told him I'm going to pick up some parts for the new Mustang. So we got to be sneaky.
Right, okay. I like it. It's got a bit like, yeah.
I'll meet you by the orchard tree.
Okay, well, I'll meet you
The
there.
orchard.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll meet you there Saturday.
Saturday it is.
Right, okay, I like that. Right, okay, that's good. So let's skip forward to Saturday. They've just got in the truck together. It's her truck, yeah?
Yes.
It's her truck. They've got in the truck, they're setting off to Kansas City. I reckon we get a prompt in there and see where that takes us. So if you pick up one of the yellow ones, so they're just embarking on the journey to Kansas, like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. He's the best in the business.
Right, okay, he's the best in the
driving
business.
to Kansas. Carry on my wayward son. As they're driving through.
I
Yeah.
like this.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
Because by
Yeah, bit of montage.
by Kansas. And yeah, they're driving through, getting to know each other. He's got his feet on the dashboard.
Yeah.
Get them off there. What do you think you're doing?
I thought in my head he was driving as well. Then when you
So-
said that, his legs are just
and
she's doing the pedals.
her story is she's basically stuck in that town. She's trying to get out, and she wants to see the world as much as possible. Yeah, so that's what they're talking about in the car.
Yeah.
Is it they're the best in the business, or he's the best?
He's the best.
Right, so he's in the best in the business. Is it at Cornhole or something different?
What do you reckon?
Go on, Michael. I
Who
feel
are
like-
they talking about?
Yeah, this is what I mean.
So it could be he's saying, "Hey, I'm the best in the business," or she could be saying, "You're going to have to beat this person because they're the best
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
business."
yeah.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
What's his name? What's his name? Chuck.
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 Yeah, it's ironic because he chucks the
Yeah.
car. It's like
Yeah,
it's a
very good,
perfect
yeah.
name.
Oh,
Chuck.
okay.
What about like Wilburson? You know what I mean? I'm thinking like a
Like a proper American.
yeah, just
Yeah.
Chuck Wilburson,
yeah.
Chuck
Yeah.
W, Chucky W.
Yeah.
Cheat.
Chuck Dub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You're gonna have to beat all. Yeah. Chuck. What's his name?
His name is Chuck. You must have heard of Chuck Wilburson. He has the biggest arm in the world.
It's literally massive.
It is huge.
It's
That'd
so
be,
long.
That'd be great. That.
Yeah.
Like a genuinely.
It's almost like just a claw and
Yeah.
just
Chuck
dropping
Wilburson.
it in.
Yeah, it's just a pendulum.
But he has been the cornhole champion for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
He ain't met me.
He's sort of the poster
There you
boy who the Saudis have seen this chap and been like, he's going to be
I
our
mean, at this
poster.
point in the 80s and 90s, the Saudis are notoriously fierce enemies of the Americans.
Yeah, no, but they're looking to, you know,
What better way to subvert democracy
What?
than an underground cornhole throwing competition?
The Saudis are getting into it early.
yeah.
Yeah.
What ended the Gulf War? Cornhole.
Should we do an act out of the Saudis approaching Chuck? Yeah, my friend.
Right, okay. So this guy, Chuck, is essentially the cornhole guy.
Yeah.
He's the best in the business. But she's saying to Clement, I think you can beat him.
Yeah.
I think you've got what it takes.
But you know
There you go.
who he's backed by? Billy Ray Pennyfeather.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'll be
Shake Billy Ray.
yeah. Billy Al. Yeah. Yeah.
No, go on. It's
Well-
finance, but yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah. Flicks the cig into the truck.
Into no. Yeah.
Windows are closed.
Yeah, that's funny. Just onto her lap.
Yeah.
That I haven't heard that name in years. He battled my pa years ago. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I ain't never told anybody this ever.
Yeah.
Good, that's a good sign. You're opening up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
opening up.
Who's that? Your pa. And then he tells the story. But we thought at the beginning of the story, he got the yips. There's another layer of the onion. Billy Ray Pennyfeather tripped him up as he went to throw.
Right.
And he landed on his wrists.
Right, yeah.
Right.
And yeah. And I wanted my revenge on him ever since my pa told me that story.
I like that.
Okay.
Right.
So the best. Go on.
The only thing I'd say, I'm just from my experience in the Cornhole League, is I wouldn't have him trip him. I'd have him like put something slippy down.
Oh,
So it's really devious. So it's like if you're playing cornhole, why is anyone near you?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
That's
about
a
the
good
space for the throw, the concentration. But
Okay.
if he like
Do you know-
lets some booze out of his hip flask,
No, this-
typical Pennyweather, that's how he gets it.
This is how Pennyweather does it. So, Pa, he's taking his shots, right? Meanwhile, Pennyweather, he's got his little hip flask, but he's dousing his beanbag in it, right? He's dousing his beanbag in it, so it's sodden. He's throwing them. He's throwing his first two. The third one, which is sodden, he squeezes all the moisture's on the floor. No one's really noticing that. You know what I mean? He's done that. Then he throws that one, and then when Pa comes to the hockey,
Yeah.
slips on the booze.
Giant puddle of booze.
Yeah, he's just done it subtly. You know what I mean? But I like that. I like that sort of deviousness that you've just mentioned,
yeah.
Michael. Yeah. Okay.
That's very good.
So they're on the way. They're on to Kansas. They've made it there, let's say. Yeah.
This is like kind of a step up from your usual. It's getting a bit of traction now.
So, like, as we're pulling into Kansas, is we still in that montage moment? Is it like, you know, Neil Diamond, America's playing, "We're coming to America," you know, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
that kind of
people
thing.
waving on the street, that
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Right, so obviously this is a step up. How many in the crowd are we seeing?
We're probably at kind of, I'd say,
Have they got a bench?
converted barn.
Converted barn,
But
right?
it's
okay.
full.
Yeah,
Both tiers.
Yeah.
It's all full.
and it's not underground in Kansas. It's more
No, much like the wet and dry counties of alcohol in America, it's legal in some.
right. Oh, okay.
It's legal in some.
Is it getting any press coverage?
Oh yeah,
What we're talking?
Yeah.
Newspaper article?
yeah. The news are all over it. The local news stations. It's a couple of sports networks sniffing around.
Yeah.
Going to develop a league, maybe.
Cornflakes, Kellogg's are there.
Kellogg's.
Yeah.
Some
I thought that's-
Moldovan TV for the more obscure.
Some what, sorry?
Some Moldovan TV.
Some Moldovan, yes. Some Moldovan TVs.
I think there is a presenter for
Sorry,
this
I couldn't resist.
for this coverage.
Yeah.
That is it looks very out of place. I think it's a British style presenter, like you know, you had like the Cowpole Cup type thing. Yeah, that's what I've got in my head.
Right, okay.
Or did you have a southern presenter?
I thought he was about to be like a southern presenter.
I have a
so-
southern presenter.
Yeah, go on. So, like, you're on TV, like, we're just opening up the championship.
I thought you were going to do it.
No,
No,
I think you'd be good at that.
Oh,
Right, so you're looking at the TV. You're looking at the camera,
Um,
and you're going live in. You're just going to present what's going to be happening at the tournament. You're going live in 5, 4.
how's my hair look? Woo! Welcome to the Cornholing Championship down in Kansas City, baby. We are here today with 4 fantastic contestants, and we're going to see some good corn throwing from four young American boys. Joining us in the farm, we have Clement. Clement? Yeah.
Battle Clement.
Clement.
Clemens, yeah.
Son, is your name Clement?
Clement or Cement?
Yeah. CeeLo Green, everybody.
What's your name, boy?
My name's
Spit it out, boy.
Clement.
The most aggressive. Yeah.
Or that would be Clement.
Clement.
Yeah.
Well,
The fruit? Like the fruit?
No, not like the fruit, like the name.
I like how he's looking at me but answering you.
Like the name. Let the boy watch. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah. Like ready to take him to the farmer's market.
Bluish hue. Let the boy watch.
Getting all hot and sweaty. My body on top of her. Thrusting away.
He needs to learn.
Like my father.
Sorry.
Right, go on. Keep talking.
Yeah, you're always flicking the stick there. Like the name.
And who's next? Who's next?
Yeah. Up next, we have Billy Ray Bob, who has traveled in from South Carolina. And my God, that boy has an arm. In third place is the main guy here. Is this the final?
They call him the Carolina Reaper. Like the chili.
Yeah.
This is the
one
one
nickname.
before the.
All right,
This is
okay.
the one before the World Championship.
Up next, we have Jackie Joggy J. JJJ, who has come in from Louisiana, and he again has a good arm. And then after that,
Sugar. It's always like a Sugar Bill, Sugar Ray.
Well, this contestant's called Sugar Cane.
There we go.
And he has traveled in from New Orleans. And he is the wild card. the wild. It's hard to say. Wild card. Wild card.
It's a wild card.
Yeah. He's a wild card in this.
It's a wild card.
It's well hard to say.
You gotta take the R out.
Card.
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 Get to the D quicker.
It's a wild
Card.
card.
A wild
He's-
card.
Yeah,
Think about Teabag.
girl, baby.
A wild card.
Yeah, baby, you're feeling good. Well, we'll be back after these commercials. Cool.
We're into it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first bout happens, and he's getting sugarcane. It's
Yeah.
A lot of simps.
yeah. Well, and
Powered by simps, this film.
does
Your corgs. Anyway, sorry, Karen.
it's summer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Summer have like good intel on all the other players, or
What do you recommend you?
I think maybe a little twist for her is that she's maybe betting on people. I think she probably does.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is she there in Georgia checking out the illegal candidates? Because she's looking for someone who's going to have good odds.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, how about this? How about this? Is it the fact that Pennyweather keeps winning these matches is because she's going around to all these qualifiers, getting all the intel about how these other players play, then giving the intel to Pennyweather?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I told you about my part.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's the
There
deceit
you
there.
go.
So she's sort of travelling with this guy, heard he's pretty good, but she's actually on Pennyweather's side.
So Pennyweather's the guy organising the entire competition.
No, Pennyweather's just is a really good player, but the reason why he's so good
Yeah.
is because he's sending her around like a scout to scout out all the comp.
Yeah.
Because it is a 1v1 sort of situation,
Yeah.
isn't it? And I like the idea maybe of like when it does get to the final, obviously I'm skipping a little bit ahead, but when it gets there, it's like an important throw and Pennyweather starts going, how's your dad's hand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Psychologically getting in his head.
Hope you don't get your daddy's wrist.
That's some handshake you got there.
Yeah.
Unlike your father's.
Before the game starts. Yes.
That's funny.
Right, okay, so let's just like fire through this tournament
Give
here
him a
now.
little kiss of the cheek afterwards.
So we play Sugarcane.
Yeah.
Does well.
Does a beat Sugarcane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat Sugarcane.
Who's he got in the final? JJJ?
Yeah. Who looked shit.
Where's
hot.
he from?
He's from Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay.
Louisiana boy. He's one of them contestants who just screams at the camera before he goes like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
They're like, "How are you feeling?" He's like, "Woo!" Happy to, woo! Yeah, he's Confederate flag. That type of guy.
Yeah.
I like the idea of him winning the match but being banned for something. You know what I mean? You know, like on dodgeball where it's like, oh, you've been taking horse tranquilizer. Maybe he actually wins the match, but through a drug test. I like the idea of him drug testing Cornhole championships.
Okay. Yeah.
What's he getting done for?
Is
Is this a swerve ball?
Yeah,
Or is
let's
this-
try it
I
as
don't
a
know,
swerve,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like-
It could be a difficult roll of the dice.
Let's go for it.
A green?
Yellow.
Yellow.
I mean, putty in my hands. This is, but the only place left to hide it was in their arse.
Oh my God, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So maybe he thinks he's won, jumps up. What's that coming out your trouser pocket?
Yeah.
He's been playing with an extra bag.
Yeah.
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 That's funny.
Yeah, the bag.
The bag's light.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in baseball, it's legal, but like, you can use like pine tar, and you can put it on your bat, and
Yeah.
Or like the sandpaper gate with Australia where they.
Yeah, the cork. Yeah.
So maybe in his bag he's just going.
Yeah.
He's got an extra bag for his.
And it's been up his arse. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it literally is he's jumping with the trophy.
So what drugs are he on?
Oh dear.
What if he's like just cocaine? I'm just thinking like while he's wild.
Lucifer's licorice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not licorice, is it? It's powder.
So when he's been jumping up and down,
Yeah.
falls out, he's
Big
fell out
old
his
bag
arse.
of gack.
Yeah.
They're like, whose gack is this? Whose gack is this? Stand up, be accounted for.
It's just come out of his arse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, woo! That's mine.
Right,
To be fair,
okay.
at that time as well, Reagan administration, war on drugs.
The War on
Yeah.
Drugs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great band.
Yes, they are
a good band.
Okay, so
we
he's got
talked about Future Islands, by the way.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah.
We'll chat about that in a minute.
Great
Anyway,
band.
sorry.
Sam Herod.
Yeah. Weird guy. Anyway, sorry. Let's carry on.
No, I like that a lot. Right, so he's got through. He's through to the World Championships. Where are they set?
Okay, now we've got
Manchester.
a couple of options. Cornhole. We've got a couple of options here. Normally, it's like New York, California.
Yeah.
You could go Texas.
I think Texas. I feel like Texas is like the biggest.
Everything's
huge
bigger.
in it. Yeah.
Everything's bigger.
Baby, we're laughing.
Austin.
It's got to be Houston.
Houston.
I've been people. What I've been told, Austin is actually like quite like nice place to be. Yeah.
They're the Camden of Texas.
Houston is like wild.
Yeah.
Like it's proper. Yeah.
It's odd.
Yeah. So have you been?
No, but an ex has, and she said it was.
Yeah, I just got told there's like it's quite a scary place at times because there's like guns everywhere.
H-Town.
Yeah, so what if they go to Houston, Texas?
I'm liking that.
Yeah, big Stetsons, you know.
And what was our end line again, James? Just so we know that we're...
The getaway car burst into flames.
Right, so we know that she's brought the truck. They're in the... That's the getaway car, right? So they drove
they drive and they get into the final and she says, well, they pull up to Texas and then maybe like sort of like, life is a highway. That wouldn't have been released yet.
Yeah,
but
it would have. You could put it in the film.
Maybe it's the band Texas.
Which they did. You can say
what you want, but I won't change my mind.
Brilliant.
Right, but just on the drive there. Sorry, James, were you going to say something?
She says we're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh,
because they're approaching Texas.
I like that. What I'm thinking is, so obviously he's opened up to her on the first journey about his dad. On this second journey, does he reveal any more information? Does she reveal any information?
Well, yeah, maybe we need like her to open up.
Yeah, is she falling for him a little bit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's with Pennyweather, but at the same time, it's one of them where it's like, his turn,
maybe
it was different with you. That kind of
Yeah,
thing.
does she think about telling him?
Well, maybe... Yeah, maybe the
You're
song...
a lot nicer than the men I work for.
Maybe the song Texas, you can say what you want, but I won't change my mind. I feel the same. Without you.
I love it. Charlene Spiteri.
Yeah. Great voice.
That name?
Yeah.
Anyway.
You can tell me your reasons,
From
but
Glasgow
it
as well.
won't change my feelings. I feel the same.
What do you reckon, Mannion?
I think that like her and Pennyweather, is that his name? Sorry, there's so many
Pennyweather is
iconic
like
names now that I can't keep track. It's obviously like maybe like a parasitic relationship, isn't it, between her and them? So it's easily frayed, but also she doesn't want to give up the money. Do you know what I mean? Or like maybe she's got a debt to pay back.
Yeah,
That's
like
something
a
else.
relationship.
Consider.
It's like a pimp.
Yeah. So
she's at this moment she's conflicted on this journey.
Yeah.
So does she let anything slip, or is it one of them where she goes to and then she stops? Or you know what I mean? Because basically we still want that little exchange between Pennyweather and Clement of like your dad's wrist.
She says something like, "You're a lot nicer than the man I work for." And he goes, "Oh, that's a good point. I didn't ask what you do. What is it that you do?" Let's just say, I'll do a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah.
That's very vague.
Yeah.
That's so vague.
Yeah.
That's my job, being vague.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what you want to know because you won't like it.
Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not.
Yeah.
I work for dangerous people.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you do, it sure has been nice being accompanied on this journey.
Yeah. So she's definitely sort of like conflicted. So we get to the World Championships in Texas.
Yes.
Houston.
Yeah.
Houston, Texas.
Big news coverage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huge.
And this is national now.
National.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Something his dad would watch?
Well, I was going to say, I think Dad needs to have fucking heard it on the radio.
That's
and
a good
lost
point.
his shit.
And he's had to.
Maybe there's a scene where they sat on the porch, Ma and Pa, right?
Hey, don't you have to be in back in Savannah right now? Shit. Payphone. It's oh, we don't have. We call them Pa.
Who wants to play Power in this? I've done too many characters here.
Right, I'll be Pa.
Okay. Hey, Pa, how's it going? I got the parts for the Mustang. It's just taking a little longer than it's needed to be.
That's all well and good, Clement, son, but I've got some bad news for you. Your ma's took a turn.
I have.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
She hasn't been in at least 40 feet of maze, has she?
Her face is swelled up like a bitch.
It doesn't look like her anymore, son. She's got a head the size of 2 bowling balls. It's not great.
What about the steroid cream?
I've rubbed it in all night.
Yeah. I've been putting that on my hemorrhoid.
I used it all up in my hemorrhoid, son. I've not been able to put it on your ma. She's not looking great, son. I think she's got about 24 hours to live. I hope you're not doing anything I wouldn't like.
Yeah. I love the idea of her face being so swollen.
Tell him I love him.
She's breathing through like a straw, right? That's just sandwiched between what looks like a cheek and an eyelid, right? You know what I mean? Like, baby, she is bad, man. That curly straw you use, she is breathing through that as we speak.
I just hope you're not doing anything you're not supposed to, son, because that'd kill me right now.
Well, Par, there's something you should know. You might want to turn on your TV screen.
Turn it on.
Where the hell is it? I can't see anything with all this sweating.
Ladies and gentlemen, you join me live in Houston, Texas for the 1989 National Cornhole Championships. Chips.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Maybe it shows the clip of when you were asking the question. You're going, "What's your name, boy?"
Yeah. Today's wild card. He's been.
Is your name Cleo?
He's been ruffling the pack, and he's earned his spot in the final. And his name is Clement Panpipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clement. Son, what are you? No.
I had to, Par.
No, son.
Not to save you, but Ma, the farm. I want things as well.
Son, I heard. I just can't. I can't. And then on the TV, it mentions who's the big dog, the one who we said is his nemesis.
Pennyweather.
Pennyweather comes on screen.
This event, of course, backed by real estate mogul.
Yeah.
And former Cornhole champion, Billy Ray Pennyfeather.
I just want to say that we are giving out $250,000 to the winner of this here tournament, and you will have a lifetime deal on one of my properties as well. And that obviously sees that.
Let's just say each competitor will have a fair hand.
Oh, yeah. Son, you go and take down that son of a bitch, okay?
Yeah.
I will, Par.
Your mom's just died.
Yeah, the straw fell out.
She like that.
Yeah.
The last thing I did was turn on the television.
Yeah, she ended up just put a biro in there.
She's scrambling for everything, but he's just on phone.
Fucking massive.
Oh, mate, it's unreal. Yeah, face like a mushroom. You know what I mean?
And I like the idea of the final, it just being 1v1. There's no build-up there. It's just the final.
We might scrap, what was his name? Chuck? Oh, maybe. So maybe, like, there's a scene where Pennyfeather goes to, like, speak to Chuck, and he's like, "Your arm feeling good?" And he goes, "Yes. And he, like, breaks it, and he goes...
Just breaks his arm.
This is my tournament to win, because he knows he's playing his son. And then,
right,
can I play a bit of music?
Yeah, let's just clarify, right? So Pennyweather is the mogul, yeah?
Yeah.
The finalist is...
Chuck.
Well, it should be, but they go, "Ladies and gentlemen, due to an unforeseen announcement, Chuck, whatever his name is, had to pull out, meaning that your spot has been filled by none other than former Cornhole champion Billy Ray Pennyfeather."
What about if Pennyweather doesn't break it? The girl does. Summer goes and does some dirty work for him.
Yeah.
Like that's the last thing that she needs to do for Pennyweather, and it's like, consider her debt paid.
And then he walks into the arena, walks past Clement, kisses her and goes, "Thank you, darling."
Kisses Summer.
And he looks and goes,
Right.
All of a sudden,
yeah,
the mood has been set.
pop it close to it, Mike.
It's on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness the greatest exhibition here in the fine city of Houston, Texas, between two cornholers. I can begin to imagine their ability. I don't know what he said. In one corner, we have former 1979 cornhole champion and real estate mogul, Billy Ray Pennyfeather. And he's just there, gobsmacked. He's like,
Yeah.
it's on.
Yeah.
And in the blue corner, we have Clement Panpipe.
Yeah.
That's me, all right. I'm going to take you down. Music fades out. And then that scene happens where he shakes his hand and he goes, no hard feelings, sir. He goes, huh, better grip than your pa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Pulls his hand away,
Yeah.
and then it's on.
Yeah.
And then Wolf Mother starts playing.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the idea of the dad watching it at home on television, stood behind Ma, like she sat down just dead in couch, and he sees that exchange.
Yeah.
He stood behind her.
He's not closed her eyes yet.
Yeah, he stood behind her, like stood up behind her. She's on couch dead, and he sees that Pennyweather's took place, and he goes ah, and like punches down, but just punches her face sat below him. Ah, yeah.
Sorry, sweetheart. I thought it was a pillow. Yeah. Your face looks upholstered.
So positive.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
I like that. Right, okay, so it's game on.
Yeah.
It's best of 3 beanbags. Best of 3.
And then you could maybe have like, we're doing like all the montages where it's like they cut very sort of fast-paced bits of action.
Yeah.
It's just sort of there's beanbags flying into holes left,
Yeah.
right, and centre.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's come like a sudden death. There's like a there's like a golden beanbag.
Yeah, golden beanbag.
I was going to say, what if it went on? It's like giant penalty shootout, and they both got like 10 in a row.
Yeah.
And it's like we've got to make this harder, right?
Yeah.
Golden beanbag, but maybe it like the hole becomes smaller.
I've just had what about, right? Remember when you used to play Eds and V's?
Yeah.
And at the ends of Eds and V's, you play Red House, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know where you kick it, yeah. So what about, right, at the end it's a golden beanbag. Right, this is a really odd thought. One of them stands on a spot 10 yards away. The other one takes a golden beanbag, and they get one shot to launch it at the opponent's head and knock them clean out. Right?
Oh.
I know this is odd, but just go with it. Right. So Pennyweather has the beanbag, takes the shot, slow motion, obviously. You stood on the spot, you have to stay still, and it misses narrowly Clement's face.
Yeah.
Clement then has...
Clement goes to do it, but he tries to pull the same trick he did on his dad. But Clement like slips in the bourbon.
What? Yeah.
and like his arm's injured. She has a change of heart. Comes over to him and goes, and he's like, "What are you doing? You've gone on. This has gone on long enough." And he's like, "I can't believe you do such a thing. I know, but you're not like any of the others. I love you." Comes back. Sorry, I don't know what. He resurrects.
Yeah.
Dead, but you know what I mean? Like, sort of gets back up, but he can't use his dominant hand, so he has to use his left hand to throw it. And then he closes his eyes and looks. He sees the ghost of his mum,
swollen face,
a massive fucking head.
Yeah,
just ballooned. A medical marvel, really.
I like one of them where it's like he's actually speaking to her.
Yeah.
Come on, play them up.
Yeah, you want me to play them up?
Play them up.
Yeah. Why don't you play them up? You were doing the mum really well.
Yeah, play them up.
Hello, son. I know I look like John Merrick, but it's me. It's the Elephant Man in case.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, hey there, Mark.
Mark.
Mark. Hey there, Mark.
So my name's just Ma. I don't have a name.
Yeah.
Hey there, Mark. I don't think I can do this.
Oh, you can do it, baby.
Sorry. I got a bum shoulder. I never amounted to anything. I'm just a humble mechanic from Savannah, Georgia. My flower's wilting, Ma.
Yeah, I don't know how you found the time to do all this, but you did. The thing about him is he never moves his left leg when he throws. That's what you gotta hit.
Left leg.
It's all in the leg.
It's all in the left leg.
Left leg.
Aim true.
And then she floats back. Yeah. You're like, Ma. Ma.
I'm allergic to maize.
Yeah. Someone stood next to you like, who are you talking to?
Oh,
Get out of my way, bitch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not you. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Final throw.
remarkably, Clement is back up. That whole,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Miyagi. His dad's feverishly watching on telly. Go on.
Yeah.
With his hand, his broken hand.
He steps forward.
Yeah. He goes, boy, you just don't quit, do you? I don't know the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't know the meaning of the word. No, and then he so it's his left hand. He moves his left leg. What was it? He
I
moves
reckon
his
it's like
left leg.
It's like a discus he throws it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think he gets a bit of whip.
and he goes to move back, maybe.
Yeah, the vision I had in my head, you know, like when in boxing and someone hits someone
Yeah, yeah.
dead hard and the teeth sort of like all spray out,
Yeah,
he's hitting with a golden beanbag in the face, and that's the sort
Yeah.
of thing that we
Yeah.
see.
He knocks his hat and glasses off,
Yeah.
like clean. You know what I mean? His
Yeah.
hat and glasses leave like there's a head behind it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And he's
Okay.
right. So what I'm thinking is he's done that, right? He's essentially won the tournament, right? Won the tournament.
Everyone storms the.
Everyone storms. Pennyweather runs, steals the money, which
Yeah.
is the chest, gets in the getaway vehicle.
That's my money.
You know, like this is essentially a bit like Happy Gilmore. You know, when
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin
Shoot-
tries to
Yeah.
drive off.
Yeah. So he's now in Summer's truck, driving off,
Yeah,
and what happens to the truck?
the getaway car bursts into flames.
How does that happen?
Summer.
Yeah.
Summer has
Yeah.
always had it laced with C4 just in case.
That is a symbol of my burning love for you.
Yeah.
You make a fire in my panties, and I love you, boy.
Maybe whatever he leaks all over the place
Yeah.
is his undoing.
Yeah.
Oh, the cig, what got left in there? You know, the one
Yeah.
which was still in
And
there.
the booze.
The booze,
Yeah.
yeah.
It goes up in a flame of bourbon.
Or maybe he goes to have like a celebratory cig, and he does that thing, the classic of the time, the lighter that you push in,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
but then it just goes.
Yeah.
And then there's a massive explosion.
Yeah.
The bag
Yeah.
flies out, and she goes, "You know what they say? Everything's bigger in Texas."
Oh, yeah.
And then they retrieve the money.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, I'm
Hang
sorry.
on, from the burning
Oh,
car.
sorry. Sorry. Yeah, tampered with the evidence. 10 years minimum.
Does his head sort of land in a cornhole hole or something?
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I
that would
mean?
be
Like that's
great.
very of the
Yeah.
time.
That would be great. Yeah. It's sort
Is there a kiss?
of, yes. Yeah. How can we Yeah. Okay. So that's happened. Boom. He's dead. Boom. Out there. Done. It's also found out that, illegally building on land that doesn't belong to him, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Mm.
Their land's fine. They're going to remove the maze.
Mhm.
No, she's dead. So it doesn't matter. Does
Mother's
it?
dead now.
They're going to keep it.
Yeah.
Why was the maze there? Anyway, it
Yeah,
doesn't
good
matter.
point. Good point. Sorry. Yeah.
But she
Same with
says, "Sorry, I was always in Pennyweather's plans, but since meeting you, Clement, I've not always, but along the way, grown
Okay.
feelings towards you." And
None of his-
You ain't
and
nothing
then-
but a corn dog.
well, you know what they say, and because of the bourbon, do you know what bourbon or whiskey is sometimes made out of?
Potatoes.
Rye.
All right.
So she says, well, you know what they say? The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. Because of she set the booze on fire.
yeah.
Does all she say is puns?
I think seemingly so.
But did they embrace? Did they embrace?
Yeah,
Does it end on a kiss?
They share a kiss, and then they both say to each other, like, "I told you we'd get out of this town." And then they drive off into a big sort of heart. No, I'm joking. So they drive off. Don't know where they go because he's won now. Got a lot of media attention, I suppose.
They're off to Saudi. I think
Yeah.
they go to Saudi Arabia and
Yeah.
they kickstart it over there.
Yeah. They end the Gulf War, and the reason why they end it was the Gulf War Saudi or was it Kuwait or Iran? I
It's
can't
all
remember.
made up. We can say it is.
But, oh yeah, it's all made up. It's all made up. Yeah, thanks under that, guys. Yeah. I don't feel wrong.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, because it's all made up.
There we go. I think we got there.
Yeah, there you
Well done. We got there.
I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it. I thought there's some good visuals in that.
Yeah, it's some nice characters.
The
you know.
mother's
go. I
head.
really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We all
Really enjoyed
contributed.
that. I mean, the last one I had was about a psychic whose cat talks to him and he gets psychic powers and rescues him from a bank robbery at a betting shop.
Yeah.
This had a more sort of thematically. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, if you were summing it up in 30 seconds, what would you say? What would we say from top to bottom?
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
A small southern family, Savannah, Georgia.
Ain't nothing good happens around here. Ain't you heard about a local cornhole competition?
The farm's at jeopardy, but this young man's dreams are certainly not.
Yeah.
You got
Hey, Clement, are you going to be a mechanic all your life? I hope not.
He wants to throw a new life out of this town and find himself to the top of the Cornhole Championships, centered in Houston, Texas. But before then, he must get through the regional trials, meeting a local slut by the name of Summer.
Hey,
Yeah.
you really got some. You ever consider giving this a go?
She follows him to Kansas, disguising as wanting to see the world, but secretly working for the ultimate villain. Pennywise. Pennyweather.
Different film entirely.
Yeah. Pennyweather. This taunting bastard broke the wrist of his father years ago with a small pool of liquid that caused him to trip. Anything to add?
Yeah, you've got to keep doing the voices in the movie.
Yeah. This Jim beam is going to make you a hair's beam.
Oh, yeah. That is great. Yeah. Will he make it to the final and seek revenge that his father desperately seeks? And will he win the money that will change his life? Or will his mother die of amazing circumstances? And then it cuts to her.
What's a subplot?
Yeah, she's
Silly straw.
yes. Yeah.
Sat there.
Sat there breathing out a silly straw.
Yeah. What's the last bit? This jam-packed, tossing family adventure centers around betrayal, love, and passion.
And corn.
And I think...
I have a title for it before.
we got a title, haven't we? Yeah. Corndog.
Corndog Millionaire.
Oh, yeah. That is it. Corndog Millionaire.
Very good.
March 10th.
Just a little bit. Right, I reckon we wrap it up.
I do, but James, people, culture vulture, football.
Culture Ultras.
Culture Ultra. Check out his podcast if you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, you'll enjoy that. Thank you very much, Michael Mannion, for being on the pod.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for coming on. If you've enjoyed it, go and tell people. Makes a massive difference. We're doing a live show of this on the 12th of March in Manchester. Tickets are already selling. And it'd be great to see more of you there. So please do come down. And yeah, keep leaving us nice reviews, which people keep doing. We would have nothing but 5 stars. And it's gone beyond friends and family now, so we know they're legitimate. But yeah, please do. Thank you very much for watching and listening. This has been All Made Up with James Allen.
It's been All Made Up with James Allen.
I will stop doing that bit.
It's all